So it's nice and warm now.
Yeah.
I can see the difference. You're no more curled in a jacket or anything, right? And it's nice and bright outside.
Yeah, it's like 90 something degrees outside.
Sorry?
It's like 90 something degrees outside.
Oh, it's getting cold here now. When I go on a vehicle to pick my son and drop, it's chilly. And now morning times is also, it's a little bit colder. It will get colder soon, but then morning is a little bit cold. Hi, Krishna Kabir. How are you doing?
Good, Hare Krishna.
Hi, Krishna. Which grade are you in now?
I'm in 4th.
Fourth grade. Okay.
Krishna Mataji.
Hi, Krishna Param. Is your name Param?
Yeah,
Param, are you joining for the first time?
yes, Mataji.
Hi, Paul. Welcome to our call. And where are you located, Param?
And in Delaware, Mataji.
Param, you joined on Tuesday, right? Vrunda Mataji's class, you were there, right, Param?
Yeah.
Very nice. Nice to have you.
Hari Bol. So did you do the cooking last week?
No, Mataji.
Okay. So whenever is possible, if you make it, you can post. Are you there in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah. No, Mataji.
So you can, Mataji will post it in the chat and you can join the WhatsApp group so that you can get the notification when our classes are there. Do you know when the classes for Govinda are there throughout the week?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So if you wish, you can join the WhatsApp group also so that you can get all the updates. Okay.
Okay.
So Abhigya, which grade are you in now?
I'm in 5th grade.
Fifth. So Abhigya is in fifth.
And I
Kabir
got
is
my
in-
violin.
Sorry?
Today we went and got my violin because
Ah,
it's to band or orchestra.
okay. So you've choose violin?
Yeah.
So you get to choose your instrument in fifth grade, huh?
Yeah.
Wonderful. That would be
Hare
nice.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is
Hi.
and
Hi,
Giridhari.
Krishna, Subhadra, and Giridhari. I missed you.
Sorry,
I missed-
Mataji.
It's always good to see you. Hi, Krishna Ramachandra. So Ramachandra, which grade are you in now?
6th, Mataji.
Sixth. Okay, same as Ashutosh.
Mataji, you can announce about Sunday this weekly presentations, Mataji.
Yes. So those who have, like, after a long time,
I will
those
post the dates now in the group. I'll be posting dates. What are the dates
okay.
available?
Sure, Mataji. So Param, Abhigya, Kabir, it might be new for you. Other children know about it. But then those who are new, I would just like to make an announcement that, like how now we are taking up a class, right? Do you like how the teachers take up a class?
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Yes.
Mataji.
So just the same way like that, you can also make up a presentation on the PPT. Okay, you can make the PowerPoint presentation on any topic of Krishna consciousness, any topic of your choice, which you feel that yes, this topic I can share my thoughts about this topic, or I can talk about this topic. Any topic it can be. It can be Krishna Janmashtami, it can be about any Goswamis you want to talk about, or if you want to give some information about the temple near you, you can make a nice PPT about that, about the festivals which are celebrated about your temple, anything which you related to Krishna consciousness, you can make a PPT and give a presentation about it. Okay. So you'll be our teacher that day. Does that sound good? Right?
So we
So
are going to make it on Keynote.
anyway, whatever it is there, if you can present it on the call, that will be okay. Okay, but then, and if you're interested in that, there are many children who line up. So then if you want that, yes, I need to go first this week, or you have a preference that maybe, okay, this festival is coming up and I really need to do it that day, you can give your names to Vinita Gandavrika Mataji, and then she will line you up according to the slots. Samskriti, you want to say something, beta?
What time is it, Mataji?
The same time as our class timings. We are not keeping it on a Sunday because we know that Sunday many of them
Oh.
go to the temple or you
Oh.
have something else going on. So the same time as our class. So instead of our class that day, we can if there are many children who are lined up, then we can have one day of a week assigned for that class.
Okay.
Does it suit? In the class time is much more better, right? Compared to a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what Vinita Gandharika Mataji was very thoughtful, that she said that the children need one day to go to the temple or go out, so we can have it during the weekdays. So thanks to her. Param, you've raised your hand. You had something to ask?
Yes, Mataji. Can you write about your deities if you have them?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What you do for your deities, or how are you taking care of your deities? If you want to share something of your realizations about your deities. See, you know what, everyone, listen, what is the main aim for us to have presentation? Can somebody tell me what do you feel is the main aim, that what is the
Doing
thought
Krishna
behind?
consciousness things.
Yes, yes, Samskriti, very nice, Giridhari.
So like we can we can have realizations and share them to other people so they
Very nice, Samskriti, very nice. So basically, see, it is like how you are growing in Krishna consciousness, what is your journey, what are your realizations, but then some of them might get influenced by you. Oh, wow, look at Samskriti, look at Giridhari, look at Param, they're doing it so nicely. Why can I not do it? Right? Srila Prabhupada got his deities at such an early age, right? And then when looking at your friends, if you feel that yes, I also need to do it, that is one of the best thing can happen to you as a devotee, right? Everyone, a big hari bol for our presentations to start. Hari bol. Okay, so Vinita Gandharika Mataji, you can message any one of us also, and then we can have it, then we can have you lined up, okay? And Subhadra Giridhari, I haven't seen any of your forms recently. What have you become in the recent months?
Mataji, I'm being a student.
That's nice. That's good. Hi Krishna Khushi. Hi Krishna Garima. Satvik. Sudevi. Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Where is Subhadra Giridhari? I don't see her.
Mataji doing homework. I already did my homework, so I can do the class every day. If I finish my homework, then I can do class.
No worries. While doing your homework also, you can do the class. Okay. You can listen and then you can do the homework. Okay. So what we'll do is we will have the share screen. Okay. We all can see the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaye Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Isha, I want you to read the translation for us all.
I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Thank you so much, Isha. Param, can you read this for us?
Okay, Mataji. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti, Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to the Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at His lotus feet. Can you read the other one, Mataji?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching to the message of Lord Chaitanya, Deva, and delivering the Western countries which are filled with the impersonal and voidism.
Thank you so much. Kabir, can you read this for us?
I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Pandit Srivas Thakur, and all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Satvik Khushi. Okay. So now what we are going to do is, all of you had memorized the last verse which we did, 1.2.7.
Which one was that, Mataji?
Yeah, let me just go back with it. This one. Can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just go over it once, everyone? Okay, wait. Let me have, instead of everyone, let me have at least two of you too. Yeah. Yeah, Isha, can you go ahead with this verse?
Yes,
Isha and
Mataji.
Samskriti. Isha and Samskriti.
Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Jnanastu Shrenyam Anyam Cha Yatahetukam.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go with the next verse now. Everybody is done with this verse? Or do we want to still continue with this verse? One second. Okay, what I do is copy. 1 second, okay? Just give me 1 minute so that what I can do is give me 1 minute.
It's still inside the house only. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second, just 1 minute, because instead of having two slides open.
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Oh. Haribol, can you see? Sorry, I was talking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Mataji.
Okay, so Kabir and Param, can you recite this verse?
Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayata Vairagyam Jnanam Chaitahaitukam.
Very good. So if we feel that you're all done with this verse, then tomorrow onwards we can have the next verse. Anybody? Deena Krishna, Hari Krishna, welcome to the call. Yeah. Sudevi, can you recite the verse? Sudevi and Abhigya.
Vasudevi Bhagavati Prayojitaha Janayasya Vairagyam Jnanam Chayatahaitukam.
Very good. Deena Krishna, do you want to recite the verse?
Can you help me, Mataji?
Yes, yeah.
Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita
Janayatashu
Janayata Asu Vairagyam Gnanam Chaitukam.
Very good. See, you already know it. Very nice, Dina Krishna. So nice to see you. Subhadra Giridhari.
वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योगा प्रयोजिता ज्ञानातियाश वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च यदैतुकम्.
Very good. Yeah, Balavrinda.
वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजिता ज्ञानायात्याशुभयाज्ञं ज्ञानं च यदहैतुकम्.
Haripol. Okay, who else is left? Kabir has said it. Param. Ramachandra, go ahead.
वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजिता जनयत्याश वैराग्यम ज्ञानं च यदहैतुकम्.
Haripol, very nice. Radha.
ओके माता जी. वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजितः जनतया शुभैराग्यं ज्ञानं च यदहैतुकम्.
Very good. Then Rai Prahlad. You're on mute, Rai Prahlad.
Yes, Mataji. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitah Janayatyaschu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yadahaitukam. Thank you, Mataji.
Haripol. Hare Krishna. Okay. So then we have Isha, did you say the verse?
Yes, Mataji, I said the verse.
Okay. Samskriti, Suraj, did you all say the verse?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Suraj, do you?
I haven't.
Who is it?
Mataji, this is Suraj.
Yes, Suraj, go ahead.
वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजित जनयिताशु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च अदहैतुकम्.
Very good. Very nice. Okay. I'm just going to lower all the hands. Yeah. Now, is there anyone who I have missed, who did not recite the verse? Okay. Everybody has done it. Good job. Okay. So what you can do is, now that we are okay, that you have done with this verse, then tomorrow we can introduce this 1.2.8. Okay. Okay. So now, till now, where we have come is that last week you have seen about the last week we saw the appearance of Lord Varaha, right? And who is it? What is the discussion going on about? Who is talking to whom? Any idea?
Vidura is talking to Maitreya.
Yeah. So Vidura is talking to Maitra Muni, right? And then it's the whole story which is going on, wherein Vidura is asking. Yes.
I didn't recite the verse.
Sorry,
I didn't recite the verse.
you did not recite the verse. Who is it? Satvik. Oh, sorry, Satvik. Yeah, go ahead, Satvik.
वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजित ज्ञानतशु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च यदहैतुकम्.
Very nice, very nice. You can raise your hands anytime. Okay, Satvik, if you have anything, so that I do not miss you. Sorry, we missed you. Okay, so then now, see, the whole thing which is going on, the story whole continues year after also. But what is the main thing about, Vidura asking to Maitra Muni about things? What does it tell us? What do you think? Like asking a devotee talking to another devotee, what does this emphasize more? There's one thing which Srila Prabhupada has emphasized in one of the purports. So just we wanted to see, like, what is it that is more so very astonishing about this?
Like
Anything whatever you think. Yes, Samskriti?
Vidura wantedly wants to know about Varaha incarnation. He doesn't just be okay, I'll just listen to it. He really wants to listen to it.
Very nice. So how can we extrapolate that into our lives? See, because Srimad Bhagavatam is not only about story, it is about we are going to implement into our lives, right? So then what is it that we should know from this part? Like from this action of Vidura, what should we learn? Anyone? What do you think we should learn? Yes.
This is Giridhari. I think when Vidura is doing this to Maitreya Muni, he's just want to know about the Lord's incarnation, Varahadev. He wants to know more about the Lord's transcendental activities.
Yeah. So what should I understand? How should I implement it in my life? I want everybody to think about it in answer. See, when you're answering, always remember when you're answering to any question by a teacher, either you can be right or you can be wrong. When you're talking in terms of your spiritual knowledge, you're not wrong. You're putting up your point. So never hesitate to answer, okay? There is nobody going to tell you that, yes, this is wrong. And why did you say that? Nobody's going to say you that. So without any hesitation, this is a platform where you can talk about it, okay? Yes, Sudevi?
Mataji, we should be eager to hear about the Lord.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Abhigya?
You should like always try to be involved in spiritual activities and
Wonderful.
want to do it, not just be like, I just have to do it.
Very nice. Yes, Isha?
That we should do japa and spiritual activities, but if it's too hard, you can like pick the right level. If it's just too much for you, just
Mhm.
pick the right level. If you want to go ahead,
Awesome.
just try
Awesome.
it.
Very nice. Very nice, Isha. Yes, Kabir?
You should be involved in Krishna consciousness, and you should be involved with spiritual activities, and you should be involved with the Lord.
Very nice. Yes, Param?
You should be if Krishna consciousness hard for you, if you can start with one round, because I asked a Prabhupada disciple about he asked, so then he told stay if you're with one round, stay with one round, you'll increase if you keep on doing it nicely.
Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Radha? Radha?
Yes, Mataji, sorry. Something had happened on my computer.
No worries. Yes, Radha, you want to share some things?
So you should you should not be, I've heard it enough. Now let me do something else. Like you should always keep hearing, like you be interested more and kind of get the feeling like if you're new to Krishna conscious, have an example. I have a new friend who's trying to go to Krishna conscious. Like she's like, okay, yeah, let's leave it now. I don't wanna like you get the interest, just try.
Very nice. Very nice. I love how the way you all are expressing it. A big Hari bol to you all. Very nice. Very nice. The way you all are putting up yourself. The same way, like Vidura, he just did not want to hear it, but he really wanted to know in depth about the Lord's incarnation. And so he, see the sentences over here, if you see, he begged for him with folded hands to narrate the further transcendental activities of the Lord, right? So this is such a big, important teaching for all of us, that we all have to be into Krishna consciousness, just not for the sake of, just as you all said, not for the sake of being, but you have to really hear the transcendental pastimes of the Lord and try to know more about the Lord. And no matter how much you hear, as you all said, no matter how much you hear, it is never going to be enough. So you should have that as on a daily basis. Very nice, you all of you. Okay. So last time what we saw was that about the boar incarnation, Vidura had heard about it, right? So now this boar incarnation, why did it happen? There are many questions which you had. Why did it happen? Why was the fight done? So along with this story, there were many questions which were asked, and us as devotees also have many questions. Okay. Then we have Ramakrishna. Are you there? Ramachandra, sorry. Ramachandra?
Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah, can you read the translation for us?
It's the white
Yes,
or the yellow.
the white one.
Okay. As referred to previously, the boar incarnation was manifested in two millenniums, namely Swayambhuva and Chakshusa. In both millenniums, there was a boar incarnation of the Lord. But in the Swayambhuva millennium, he lifted the earth from within the water of the universe, whereas the Chakshusha millennium, he killed the first demon Hiranyaksha. In the Swayambhuva millennium, he assumed a white color, and in the Chakshusha millennium, he assumed the color red. Vidura had already heard about one of them, and he proposed to hear about the other. The two different boar incarnations described are the one Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very nice. Okay.
But
So there were two.
so Narsimhadev was white and Varahadev was red.
No. Narsimha Dev is different. And we are talking about the first incarnation of the Lord, which came as see, 1 second. Okay, I'll just have this slide put up for you.
The first incarnation
Yeah.
is Matsya, but there were many before.
No, not the first incarnation. About the boar I'm talking about. Okay.
Okay.
So the two divine boars. Okay. Now the two divine, why are they called divine? Because they were the two divine boars who helped, who rescued Mother Earth, right? So see,
Mataji,
one of, yes.
how come there's two even though I heard
Oh, yes. So Mataji, I think I remember this from my mom telling me this. One is white and one is red.
Yes, one is white and one is red. The white incarnation of the Lord, he rescued Mother Earth, who had fallen down in the deep ocean, and then that is the first incarnation which was there. Okay. Now the second incarnation which is there, or the second form when the boar appeared, was when Hiranyaksha had tortured the whole earth, and he was just about fighting everyone. Okay, and he just wanted to prove his supremacy everywhere, and he wanted to fight each and everyone and to be the Lord. So what he did was, we are going to have one slide over here, okay, so that you all can understand. 1 second, okay, I'll just have that for you all. Yeah. Okay, so
Mataji,
yes.
I saw this I saw the title, even the God likes to fight, and there's this book, it has the same title.
Okay. Okay, so then the first incarnation of the Lord, which happens is when the Lord just picked up the earth which was fallen down into the deep ocean. Okay, and in the second part it is when Hiranyaksha, he was a lot doing all misdeeds, and he was doing a lot of wrong things, and he just wanted to fight everyone, and he wanted to prove himself right. Okay, so at that time he went everywhere. He went into the whole he would fight. He was fighting with the gods and everywhere, and he also went into the ocean. Okay, and when he went into the ocean, he wanted to fight over there as well. At that time, Lord Varaha, he saw the Lord Varaha who was holding the earth, and then he criticized him, and he called him all ill names, and he wanted to just wanted to have a fight with him, like some of them just instigate you to fight. He was doing that, and then Lord Varaha, he was deeply because of looking at the atrocities of this Hiranyaksha, what he did was That time he had a fight with Hiranyaksha because it was the time for his Leela to be ended. And then he's just slapped him into the root of the air and he had a fight with him. And after that, you can see that one of the demons, that is the Jai Vijaya, who had taken the form of Hiranyaksha, was killed by Lord Varaha. Okay. Now then sometimes people say that why do, this is from one of Gaurang Darshan Prabhu's class. Okay. Why does God fight with devotees? Now why devotees it is mentioned? Because for that we will just have you taken to this slide. Okay. Because the Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, what were they? Who were they? Any idea?
Hiranyakashipu was a demon.
Yeah. So they were yeah, they were,
Vishnu.
yes, they were Jai and Vijaya,
Vishnu.
yeah, Jai and Vijay, who were the gatekeepers of Lord Vishnu's Vaikuntha, and because of the argument with the four Kumaras, they were being cursed, or they were punished by the four Kumaras. Now, when they were punished by the four Kumaras, you know what? Again, see, the Lord, he does not have pleasure in having his devotees go into any trouble, right? So over here again, the title over here is How Did the Devotees Become Demons? We all know this story. 1 second. Okay, Radha, you've raised your hand. You
Yes,
want to say something?
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
You want to say something, Radha?
First, I know the story like they cursed because they couldn't go, even though they're 6 years old, they're only 5 years old, and they cursed themselves become 5 years old only. Like, I know this story, like, so, and also
Yes.
can I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go and come. Yeah. So, as we see that, okay, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu were they were so bad, they were doing so many wrong things. But what the thing says is, what our scriptures tell us is that the story behind that was that these were two were initially the gatekeepers of Lord Vishnu's abode. Okay. And because of the argument between the four Kumaras, they both had to take birth in the material world. And when they took the birth of the material world, what did Lord Vishnu say? Don't worry, you'll always remember me. And with when your time in the material world is done, then you will come back over here. Okay. Someone said something? Just lower hands. Okay. Okay, I want, Suraj, I want you to read this part over here, whichever I am highlighting. Can you read this part?
Understanding the situation, Lord Vishnu appeared there and pacified the lamenting doorkeepers with his affectionate glance, and consoled the fearful Kumaras with his pleasing smile. Vishnu humbly apologized to the Kumaras for the offense of Jaya and Vijaya and said, "The punishment given by you to my doorkeepers of becoming demons in this material world was ordained by me. They will very soon return to me, meditating on me in anger." The ideal master takes responsibility for the mistakes of his servants and helps them without disowning them.
Very good, right? So the Lord, if there is any curse given also, it becomes a blessing in disguise, right? So
But
then
so Mataji, the Lord, when they got cursed, the Lord was thinking, hey, come on, like when they were when he was killing like demons, come on, don't waste any more time. Do you want to come back or what?
exactly, right? So then this was the plan of the Lord, and it all happened according to the wish of the Lord, right? So then the boar incarnation, in one of the incarnations, it lifted the earth up, and in the second incarnation, it was that the war between Hiranyaksha and Lord Varaha took place. Okay. And in that whole battle, it is seen that Hiranyaksha was killed by Lord Varaha. So that is the story about the two incarnations of the Lord. Now, in this part of the story, as it further goes, that these demons, why they were born or how they were born was that, like everything has a specific time. Okay. Now, when we say about chanting, The yes, we chant for the whole. Sudevi, you have something to say?
Mataji, I have a question. It
Yes,
was saying, Jaya Vijaya will come back to me meditating in anger. So does it mean that in earth they'll be meditating in anger or coming back?
no,
In
on the earth, in their pastime or in their form as the demon, they will be meditating in anger. They will be in anger, but what would be the blessing over there? That they would be meditating upon the Lord. Okay, they'll be always remembering Vishnu, 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 Vishnu. Okay, and then they will be with the fight or whatever was destined, then they will be coming back.
Thank you,
Param, you
Mataji.
have something to ask?
I have a question, Mataji.
Yes, Param.
Okay. Okay, my question is that didn't Nrsingadev kill Hiranyakashipu?
Yes, Narsingadev killed Hiranyakashipu.
Oh, I'm confused because Varadev also killed Hiranyakashipu.
No, he killed Hiranyaksha, his brother.
Oh,
Okay, the twin brother. Hiranyaksha. And Hiranyakashipu at that time was in deep penance and he was trying to get more boons from Lord Brahma. Is it okay?
yes, Mataji.
Okay, Haribol. Okay. So now see, each and everything has a specific time. Okay. So what like when everything is happening in our scriptures, when it is mentioned, everything has a specific reasoning which is given. Now why these demonic sons were born? So it was again Lord Kashyap Rishi and the conversation between Kashyap Rishi and Mother Aditi. Okay, so it was a very wrong time when when Mother Aditi had the children in her womb. Okay, and that time Kashyap Muni said that these children who are conceived at a wrong time will not be into a good state of mind. Okay, and there will be negligence by them, there will be all wrong things done by them, and there will be all sins done by them. Now when a mother hears about such a thing about her children, she is a lot in pain, and she says that, can you please tell me, how can this be all be undone, or how can my children get salvation, or how everything will be done? Okay, you know what, it is also mentioned in the scriptures that because she was so frightened about everything, that her the children born from her, they took nearly 100 years to be born. Okay, see, Aditi held her sons in the womb for 100 years because she was scared that the demigods would do a fight with them and they will be killed, and because of the inauspicious time that they were conceived. So this 100 years of pregnancy still did not lead any changes in their fate. And it is said that because of the inauspicious time of their forming, their all sins were more into it. So there are 2-3 aspects of this story also. So one is about Jaya Vijaya, and second thing is about Aditi and the conversation between Aditi and Kashyap Muni. Okay, so this is just one part of it, that how the Jaya and Vijaya took forms, or how the two divine boards killed the two brothers, and how they came back to their
Mataji,
own abode of Lord Vishnu. Okay. Yes. Anybody has a
is
question?
Jay and Vijay both brothers?
Jaya and Vijaya were the gatekeepers of Lord Vishnu, and when they came on the material world, they came as the brothers.
But were they both brothers when they were the keepers?
That we should really try to find, but I think they were just the devotees of the Lord when they were in the Lord's abode. Okay, but I'll just try to find out whether they were Jaya Vijaya were brothers in the heavenly abodes also. Kabir, you have something to ask?
Yeah, so like both of the boars, so both varahas, so like did they come at the same time to do it, or did they come at different times?
Different times. They were in 2 different millenniums. Okay, in 2 different ages.
Or like different ages?
Yes, yes.
So like
Two
Varaha
different
was,
ages, 2 different ages for 2 different reasons.
oh, so Varaha went on Earth, and then
and then went out of earth and then came back.
Yes, see, what is the magic about all these incarnations is, that whenever there is a need, when does the Lord appear? Whenever there is a need for the Lord to appear, or whenever there is a reason for the Lord to appear, he appears, right?
Yeah.
So it is about the need of the hour when the Lord has to take his incarnation. That time the Lord appears at that time. Because see, what happens is these all demons, what do they do? They have so many boons with them, right? Oh, I will not be killed by this, I will not be killed by that, and so on and on. So according to their needs, or according to that time, whenever it is needed, they take the incarnation. Okay, so like how for our when we talk about Hiranyakashipu, at that time, he had so many boons. I'm going to stop share over here. He had so many boons. And to fulfill all those boons, Lord Narsimha had to appear, right? That time, Lord Bore couldn't come over there, but it had to be Lord Narsimha, right? Because Lord Narsimha, because what did Hiranyakashipu say? He had so many clauses to it, right? It should not be day and night. It should not be earth or water. It should not be the inside or outside. So according to all these clauses, whichever incarnation fits in, that is incarnation is going to come. And every time it is a new incarnation. But at this time, when it was inside the ocean that the fight was there, that time the boar incarnation was the right incarnation. Did I answer you, Kabir?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do is, I think we have another 10. Vinita Gandharika Mataji, do we have something at 7:15?
Yes, Mataji. We have.
Okay.
Bhagavatam
So
Samay.
yeah, another 12 minutes we have. So what I'm going to do is we are going to, yes, okay. Okay, this thing is enough. Where did it go? Where is the... One second, okay? Just 1 second. Okay. Then I will have... Yeah, Balavrinda, can you start reading?
Yes, Mataji. Where
A
Mataji?
dialogue.
Read
Yeah, a dialogue by Grivadas. Okay, then we can
Mataji?
start. Yes.
It was a bright day of a soul. I was like, but I read it a bright day of a school until I saw the whole thing. It was a bright day of a soul.
On the top in
Manhattan.
gazing
Using
out
out
over the East River and the
Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge towards Brooklyn, his friends. For many years, I asked him, do you actually love Krishna? He thought for a second. I love pleasure, he said finally, to be truthful. Is Krishna giving you the pleasure? I asked.
Theoretically,
I admit that he is. He said, for I know that Krishna is the preserver
reservoir.
of all pleasures, but I often feel that the pleasure I am taking is not to asking like you.
To his liking. Okay. Now, one thing I want you all to have eyes and ears on me when I'm talking about this. Okay. See, when we are reading this, see, when you're reading the Bhagavatam, when you're reading something about Krishna consciousness, it is not only about Krishna consciousness that you're reading. When you're reading this, let us have this activity as improving our reading skills also. Okay. Now, this is for each and every one. I know you all might be already through with it, but for everyone, if it is something new, it is always good to accept. See, when there is a period, okay, these are simple rules of English. When there is a period, you need to take a pause. Okay. We stood on a rooftop in Manhattan. There's a comma over here, and this comma tells that you have to take a small pause. We stood on a rooftop in Manhattan, a small pause, gazing out over the East River and the Brooklyn Bridge towards Brooklyn. A pause. Okay. This is a small pause and this is a period. That means you stop. His friend for many years, again a small pause, I asked him. And now you know that there's a question over here, right? So when there's a question, ask it in a way that you are asking a question. Do you actually love Krishna? Get that feeling. So when you do this, your narration skills will improve. Okay, the whole aspect of we doing this Back to Godhead magazine is you're reading about Krishna consciousness and you're improving your reading skills. So when you do this, what happens, your storytelling, your everything will improve. So don't read it as a prose, the whole thing in a same tune. So do you actually love Krishna? Then he thought for a second. You can also make some gestures if you want. He thought for a second. I love pleasure, he said finally, to be truthful. So, yes, Satvik, you have something to ask? Haribol Satvik? Okay, so you're getting it? Then again, there's a question over here. Because see, when we're reading, we look ahead a few words, right? Is Krishna giving you that pleasure? Have that question, have that tone change. So if you do that, your it's not the acting skills, but your narrating skills will increase. Is Krishna giving you that pleasure? I asked. Theoretically, I admit that he is. You can lower your voice. This is called as speech modulations in your voice. You can increase your speech, your tone sometime. Wherever you need, you can decrease it. Theoretically, I admit that he is, he said, for I know that Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasures. But I often feel that the pleasure I am taking is not to his liking. Okay, so as you read, you'll be able to understand what modulations you need to make. Is that okay, everyone? Okay, then we have Raya Prahlad. Can you read this part? Wait, sorry, this is done, right? Theoretically is done. Yes. Okay. Raya Prahlad, can you read this much?
Yes, Mataji. To what do you attribute this? Envy, he said unhesitatingly. He is infinite and I am infinite. He is powerful and I am weak. He is opulent and I am poor. He is beautiful and I am brutish. He is famous and I am insignificant. Insignificant. He is wise, I am foolish. He can renounce everything, but I can deny myself nothing. Is there no wonder I am envious? If he has all these qualities, I asked him, why don't you love him?
Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Then we have Abhigya. I'm going with the sequence I see over here, okay, in the participants. Abhigya, can you read this for us?
Yes, Mataji. Because I cannot see him, he said. Why not? Because I'm so unfortunate that I don't want to. Because I'm so polluted that I can't, he said. Your position is pretty sorrowful, I said. What can I do about it? Pray for me, he said.
Okay, very good, Haribol. Then we have Dhruva.
Yes,
Dhruv,
Mataji.
can you read this for us? We fell silent.
We fell silent for a moment. I watched the seagulls pivot about the bridge in white circles. We had come up dark and narrow stairs to the bright day at the top of the roof. I noticed that he automatically felt his back pocket. What are you looking for? I asked. Checking, he said, my wallet. Why? I'm afraid of losing it. He said, it's my life savings. Thank you, Mataji.
Cool. Thank you so much. Then, Isha, can you read this for us?
But you said everything belongs to him. I laughed. How can you lose anything that is not yours? It's not really mine, he said. It's his. I'm simply afraid that he'll take it from me. Then you'll be a thief, I said. A thief afraid to be caught.
Very good. Then we have Param. Param, can you read this much for us?
Okay. Hare Krishna. You might
Hi.
say that he relented. Whatever I have, he's slowly taking back because I've stolen it from him. I have some beauty, but every day he is slowly talking that way. I have some strength, but the longer I live, the less strength I have. When I was in college, I felt I was acquiring knowledge, but now not a day passes when I don't feel myself more and foolish.
Very good. Thank you so much. Then we have Dina Krishna.
I used to think of myself as the center of the universe, the most important person alive. But now I only feel my insignificance as one of the 3 billion people on a tiny planet, destined to live only 3 score years and to be buried in a grave that hardly lasts any longer. As you see, my friend, my position is not very enviable. Therefore, I envy.
Very good. Very nice reading, Dina Krishna. Radha, did you get to read?
No, Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what of love, I asked? What is your capacity to love? Whatever I love is simply a reflection of him, he said, because I can't see him. I love only reflections of him. He is youthful, and therefore I love youth. He is all-knowing, and therefore I love knowledge. He is eternal, and therefore I love life. He is blissful, and therefore I love pleasure. I would love him only if I could. Only
I could but see him.
I could but see him, but I don't deserve that benediction.
Haribol.
Mataji, can I read
Yes.
now?
Who is it?
Kabir.
Kabir. Oh yeah, Kabir, go ahead. I think I always get confused between Kabir and Dhruv. Kabir, go ahead.
You seem conscious of him, I said. Isn't that all auspicious? Would you consider the position of one holding but a faded photograph of his lover an fable position? He asked. I may see him in the beauty of the sky, in the landscape, or in another person. Or I may hear him in a voice or in the lyrics of a popular song. Or I may smell him in the fragrance of gardenias or the musky twilight. Or I may taste him in the freshness of water or a just cut melon. Or I may touch him when I feel someone beside me. But these are just memories. These are not him.
Thank you so much. Ramakrishna, Ramachandra, I'm so sorry. Ramachandra.
Okay, Mataji. Perhaps they are him, I suggested. But perhaps he is teasing you. Then he is a good teaser, he admitted. I often see myself running in those circles like a dizzy schoolgirl, just waiting for him to pay me a little mind. He laughed at the image he had conjured of himself. We are all female, he said, finally, at least in respect to him. He's the enjoyer and we are the enjoyed. Isn't it the position of a female to be enjoyed?
Very cool. Then we have Satvik. Did you read?
No, Mataji.
Yeah. Can you go ahead?
It is, I agreed. Then, in relation to him, we are all female. He said, he is always controlling and we are always being controlled. Now what we have to learn is to enjoy being controlled. That is why the gopis enjoy being controlled. No one enjoys being controlled. I said, surely you're mistaken.
Very cool. Then Samskriti. Samskriti, are you there? Sudevi?
Oh, sorry, Mataji, I was on mute.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Samskriti.
In all cases but love, you were right, he said, but in love, we secretly want to be controlled. This is because we need direction, and we feel that the object of love can give us direction. Therefore, love always concentrates on its eternality. When we love someone, we always feel, I love you forever. In other words, love's not time's foot, throw rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come.
Hi, boy. Sudevi?
Love us, not with these brief hours and weeks, but bears even out, even to the edge of doom. If love is not forever, then it is not love. We all feel this in our love relationships, and we ask no less from our lover. But he pledged eternal love. Practically speaking, though
Isn't this
unreasonable to ask eternal love? Who is capable of that?
very good? Then Suraj? Are you there, Suraj?
eternal lover, I smiled. Then, that's what we actually love, he said. Anyone other than that is but a poor substitute. Who is the eternal lover? I asked. And what he's like? He is male, he said, and he's but a youth. The eternal father.
Okay. So, you know what? I think we are, Isha, Dhruv, you're red, right? I'm going to lower all the hands.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, I think everybody is red and our next class is starting. So what we can do is we can end the call so that the next class can start, okay?
I didn't read.
Dhruv did not read? Okay, Dhruv,
The person who read is my older brother, Kaush.
okay, Dhruv, read this and then we can.
The eternal father, he repeated. He is a youth and yet he is the eternal father. We think of him as old, and indeed he is the oldest. But because of this, we think that he is an old man. And this is all due to our thinking of him as an ordinary person. He is the oldest, but he is eternally young, just like a
Adolescent.
adolescent boy.
Very good. So, Devi, you didn't get to read?
Mataji, I got to read.
Okay. So, everybody is read? Everybody read it, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So I'm going to share this. A little bit is left and you all can read it at home. Okay. So I'll share it in the group. So what we can do is we can end the call. Okay, everyone. Yes, Devi.
I have a question. It's saying first that we're female and he's our husband, and then it's saying he's our father. So how, Mataji?
Okay. Okay, we'll answer that in the next class. Is that okay, Sudevi?
Okay,
So that I
Mataji.
can give an explanation. Very nice question, Sudevi. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha कृपासिन्धुभ्येव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada
नमः
ki jai.
जय हरि बोल everyone.
All Govinda ki jai. Sign up for the slots for presentation. I've sent the schedule out.
Yeah,
Please sign up.
send to Vinita Mataji, anybody of us, when you want to give the presentation, okay? No worries if you want to decide the topic also later on. Hari bol.
Okay, Mataji. Bye bye.